Let's take a look at the automatic luminance tracking. So what I have here are some particles that are rendered with a particle system, and then I've pre-composed that particle system, and now Optical Flares is rendering a lens flare for each of those particle spots. And we're creating a lot of lens flares automatically from those light spots. And it's also tracking the brightness, the scale, and the color of the size of each of these particles. Let's take a look at setting this up. So we'll delete the optical flares, we'll turn our pink particles back on, and we'll create a new solid. So then we'll choose Effect, Video Copilot, Optical Flares, and I'm going to change the preset to one that should be available with the package. It's called Subtle Cool, and I just haven't organized them all yet. And we'll hit OK. And we're going to change the positioning mode from 2D, which is where we move it around in the screen, to luminance. And then we select the layer we want to track, which is our particles layer, and automatically we get particles. Now I want to change the brightness compensation, so if we turn that down, our particles won't be as bright, and there we go. There's a few settings here, depending on how essential the detail is. If you lower this, you won't have to render as much. And it's not half quality, but it's half sampling. So maybe some of the smaller particles won't register. But if you're only dealing with larger particles anyway, you won't have to worry about that. So kind of a fast feature. You can choose not to track the color and just use the color of your lens flare. And you can also control whether or not to track the scale or the brightness. So if you don't track the scale, the lens flares will all be exactly the same size. And likewise with the brightness, they'll all be the same brightness. Otherwise, we turn it all on, and we can even turn our particles back on and change the transfer mode to screen, and everything is there, and it's having a good time.